Some would argue that unless it was made in Detroit in the 1960s, no car is worthy of the label American muscle. The original Mustang, Camaro and Challenger that were born in the 60s all had the criteria of a hefty V8 that outputted tyre shredding power through the rear wheels, plus the ability to carry 4 passengers down the drag strip, hopefully keeping them alive by the end of it. Once the 70s hit, these cars started to lose their character with more streamlined bodies and sporty looks. But the Mustang, Camaro and Challenger were reborn in the mid to late 2000s with brand new incarnations that hailed back to their original muscle roots. Powerful V8s and chunky bodies were back, but with the benefit of some modern technology to help them stop and change direction. But now, after their successful comeback, they're starting to lose their muscle car charm again with engine names like EcoBoost in the Mustang and a new Camaro that's on a drastic weight loss diet. The Challenger Hellcat is one American muscle car that hasn't forgotten its roots. It doesn't look like a futuristic spaceship with angular LED lights. Instead, it has 4 classic style round lamps placed on the front grille. Well, 3, seeing as one of them has been removed to allow for a cold air induction feed. It hasn't shaved its body to become more aerodynamic. It still retains the classic square profile that makes muscle cars, well, muscular. It doesn't try and entice buyers with fancy features and gizmos. It gives rev heads exactly what they want, power and lots of it. 707 horsepower's worth in fact, making it the most powerful production muscle car ever. The 6.2 litre Hemi V8 is where the power is combusted, emphasised by an IHI twin-screw supercharger. It's based on Dodge's naturally aspirated 6.2 litre SRT V8, but with 90% of the parts and internals improved or replaced to accommodate 222 more horsepower, and the result is an engine that goes like a cat out of hell. With a power hike like that, other components need reinforcing too. The stronger transmissions cope with 650 pound-foot of torque and plenty of cooling to eliminate the abundance of heat that's generated from converting air and gasoline into 707 automotive ponies. The suspension and brakes come nicely spec'd too, with fat anti-roll bars and big Brembos helping keep it on the road. Just. But like a true American muscle car, the Hellcat doesn't really do corners very well, unlike its rivals, the Mustang and Camaro, which are actually pretty nimble these days. But is the ability to stop and corner really one of your priorities when you're shopping for a muscle car? If it turned out the McLaren P1 either dive bombed into a corner or exploded into oversteer, it would be an absolute failure. But in the case of the Hellcat, it actually adds to its charm. In a way, it's actually meant to be like that. You're not buying the Hellcat to go on tours around twisty European roads, you're buying an untamed beast that you can just point down the drag strip and unleash against whatever unfortunate individual is in the other lane. So what makes a true American muscle car in your view? Do you think the new Mustang and Camaro still qualify, or is the Challenger Hellcat the only model that retains the authentic muscle car characteristics? Also let me know what cars from Forza 6 you'd like to see me do a spotlight or a review on in future videos. If you enjoyed this look at the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, then I'd really appreciate a thumbs up to help spread the word. And if you're new to my videos, be sure to subscribe to stick around for plenty more. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.